Are you looking to spend some time this winter with your family in the comfort of your couch and warmth of your home? We bring to you some of the topic movies and web series you can watch on Netflix. So get your popcorns ready and your night suit on while we walk you through great stuff to watch. It includes romantic movies, suspense, thriller, spy movies, war and army movies, sci-fi, and thought-provoking masterpieces, and much more. Without any further ado, let's continue with the top best films on Netflix right now. Phenomena. Here we start with the first best Netflix movie, that is Phenomena. This is the British drama directed by Stephen Frears. This powerful true story is based on the 2009 book The Lost Child of Philomena Lee by Martin Sixsmith. The film earned critical comments and received some international movie awards. In the movie's second week of release, it grossed $4.5 million from 835 movie theaters. Philomena, an Irish teenager, became pregnant after marriage and was sent to a cloister. When Philomena's child, Anthony, was a toddler, the nuns took her baby away from her and put him up for adoption in the USA. For the next 50 years, Philomena looks tirelessly for her son, Anthony. When former BBC correspondent Martin Sixsmith knows her story, Martin becomes her friend. Then Philomena and Martin travel to the United States together to find their son, and in the process they get unexpectedly close. Lady Bird. The second one on our list is Lady Bird. Lady Bird is an American comedy drama movie written and directed by Greta Gerwig. This film is all about a 17-year-old girl growing up in Sacramento, California. It is a story of a high school senior and her strained relation with her mother. Her mother, a nurse, works tirelessly to protect her family after her partner loses his job. She also maintains an unstable bond with a teenage daughter who is just the same as her, strong-willed, affectionate, and deeply assertive. Moonlight. Moonlight is the movie that won the Oscar for Best Picture. This film is a 2016 American drama film written and directed by Barry Jenkins. The movie is about the three defining chapters of a young black man named Chiron. It is broken into three different phases. In the first phase, he's about 7 years old. In phase 2, Chiron is in middle school. Phase 3 is adulthood, and I think he's about 30. Chiron's journey to manhood is guided by the goodwill, kindness, and adoration of the community that supports raising him. Dolomite is My Name. Dolomite is My Name is a wonderful biographical comedy film which is directed by Craig Brewer and written by Larry Karaszewski and Scott Alexander. In this film, a performer, Rudy Ray Moore, develops a disrespectful personality named Dolomite, who becomes an underground excitement and star of Kung Fu, an anti-sensation movie that could make or break Moore. Aquarius. Aquarius is a drama film written and directed by Kleber Mendonca Filho, and this movie is all about a 65-year-old widow and retired music detractor named Clara. Clara oaths to live in her apartment until she dies after a developer purchases all of the sections around her. A Boy Called Christmas. This is the best British Christmas fantasy film directed by Gil Kennan. The story is based on the 2015 book A Boy Called Christmas by Matt Haig. It received many positive reviews from critics. In this film, a young boy named Nicholas sets out on an adventurous voyage to the snowy north in search of his father, in search of the legendary village of elves, Elfhelm. With a heady reindeer named Blitzen and a loyal pet rat, a young boy soon meets his destiny. 365 Days. 365 Days is a famous erotic romantic drama movie directed by Thomas Mendes and Barbara Baiolo. This story is based on the first novel of a trilogy by Blanka Lapinska. This romantic film is about the sales director named Laura and a member of the Sicilian mafia family named Massimo. Laura doesn't expect that on the trip to Sicily, trying to guard her relationship, Massimo will kidnap her and give her 365 days to fall in love and affection with him. Army of Thieves. Army of Thieves is the best heist romantic comedy movie on Netflix that is directed by Matthias Schweighöfer. The film received normally positive reviews from critics. In the early stages of the zombie outbreak and 6 years before the demise of the Army of Dead, an Army of Thieves arrives. Ludwig is in the early years of his security when he is unexpectedly hired by a mysterious lady to pull off a series of international thefts. Dieter joins the crew of their ambitious thieves, and together they try to pull off the mythical theft based on the ring cycle. Bad Trip. Bad Trip is a famous American comedy movie directed by Kitao Sakurai. The story is based on two best friends named Lil Ray Howery and Eric Andre, who take the road trip from Florida to New York. One of them proposes to the love of his life, Michaela Conlin, but Tiffany Haddish, another's chemical sister, is out for blood after she gets that they stole her car. The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf. The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf is an adult animated dark imagination movie on Netflix that is produced by Lauren Schmidt Hishrik. The story is basically on Geralt's mentor and fellow magician Vesemir. A cocky young magician named Vesemir delights in killing monsters for coins. When a dangerous power arises on the continent, Vesemir learns that a few witchering jobs are about more than just cash. Blade Runner: The Final Cut. Blade Runner is a stunning science fiction movie directed by Ridley Scott. Blade Runner has a fantastic story, best performances, admirable action, and eventually leaves a great impact. Blade Runner: The Final Cut was the most watched movie on the platform and praised for its performance of the stellar cast, which includes Harrison Ford, Rutger Hauer, Sean Young, and Edward James Olmos. Blood Red Sky. Blood Red Sky is a popular British-German horror action movie directed by Peter Thorwarth. This Netflix movie was released on 23rd July 2021, and it's one of the 71 original movies that Netflix would release in the year 2021. This is the story of a woman who is suffering from a mysterious illness. She needs to take action when a group of terrorists try to hijack an Atlantic plane overnight. The Guilty. Netflix crime thriller movie is none other than Guilty, released on September 11th, 2021. The film received excellent reviews from the critics and the audiences and was praised for its performance of the cast, including Jake Gyllenhaal, Christina Vidal, and Adrian Martinez. The Guilty is a remake of a Danish film based on real crimes and the people involved. It was the most watched movie on Netflix in 91 countries. The story focuses on a troubled police detective who has been demoted to 9/11 operator duty, scrambling to save a distressed caller on a troubled day of reckoning. Jumanji: The Next Level. The next fantasy adventure comedy movie that was released in 2019 is nothing but Jumanji: The Next Level. It was the most watched movie on the platform and has grossed over $800 million across the world on a budget of $125 to $132 million. It is the 10th highest grossing movie of 2019. The film has a stellar cast including Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan, Nick Jonas, and some other cast members reprising their roles from the previous movie. The plot of the film takes place 2 years after Welcome to the Jungle, in which the same group of teenagers, an old friend and two unknowingly connected, once again become entangled in Jumanji. They're all seen saving land to avoid new villains while facing new problems and changes with old and new incarnations. The Farewell. Next is The Farewell, and it is a comedy movie released in 2019. This comedy drama was directed by Lulu Wang based on his own experience and produced by Daniel Melia, Mark Turteltaub, and Peter Saraf. The movie garnered many awards and nominations. The film received 2 nominations at the 77th Golden Globe Awards. The Farewell was the most watched movie on Netflix and praised for its stellar cast, which include Awkwafina, who will appear as Billy Wang, Sima as Haiyan Wang, Zhao Shuzhen as Nai Nai, and Diana Lin as Lu Jian. The story focuses on the Wang family who, realizing that their grandmother had only a short time left to live, decided not to tell her and organized a family reunion before her death. Now, all this for movies, but are you more inclined towards watching web series rather than movies? Do you love the thrill of binge watching movie series? Doing a long night series watching to end the season overnight? Well, considering that in mind and recent popularity of web series, we have got you covered with some of the best web series on Netflix, a properly drafted list which you can rely on to decide on which Netflix series to watch. On the Verge. The first one is On the Verge. This is an LA-based web series recently released on Netflix. The show is created by Julie Delpy with her co-stars Elizabeth Shue, Sarah Jones, Alexia Lando, Matthew Demme, Tori Garrity, Tim Sharp, and Giovanni Ribisi. It is one of the most entertaining comedy drama that goes around 4 middle-aged women, a chef, a single mom, an heiress, and the last one a job seeker. They all have professions and different lifestyles, but the only thing that they have in common is the almighty midlife crisis that they all have to work on. The show has a total of 12 short episodes, all of which have reached the 30-minute stage. Breaking Bad. The next is the American drama series Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is all about the life of Walter White. He's a chemistry teacher who lives in New Mexico with his wife and a teenage son who has cerebral palsy. White has been diagnosed with stage 3 cancer and has 2 years to live. So he decides to enter a dangerous world of drugs and crime with a new sense of fearlessness based on his medical diagnosis and a desire to secure his family's financial security, and comes to power in this world. The series shows how the common man is freed from the daily worries and obstacles of society due to a life-threatening diagnosis like White, and his transformation from a mild family man to a leading person in the drug trade. Behind Her Eyes. Come to the third one, the thriller series Behind Her Eyes. The series is created by Steve Lightfoot, which is based on the 2017 novel written by Sarah Pinborough. The series stars Simona Brown, Tom Bateman, Eve Hewson, and Robert Aramayo. Behind Her Eyes is based on the story of a single mother whose name is Louise. Her world has been shattered when she started a love affair with her boss. She is drawn into an unexpected friendship with his wife Adele, and the affair takes on a whole new twist. What begins as an unconventional love triangle soon becomes a mental tale of dark, mysterious, and twisted revelations, because in the meanwhile Louise finds herself trapped in mysterious and twisted revelations. Because in the meanwhile, Louise finds herself trapped in a dangerous web of secrets where there's nothing she sees and no one is what she seems. 13 Reasons Why. 13 Reasons Why is an American teen drama television series that is based on the 2007 novel 13 Reasons Why. The popular series is created by Brian Yorkey for Netflix. The show follows the story of high school student Hannah Baker, and there are 13 reasons why she commits suicide. High school student Clay Jensen receives a mysterious package with 7 cassette tapes in the mail, which is recorded by his classmate Hannah Baker, who recently died of suicide. The tapes were also sent to several other classmates, and they were also instructed to visit each person mentioned and to send them to the person who chased them on the tapes. While listening to the cassettes, Clay realizes that each person has a side of the tape in which Hannah explains why she killed herself. After the tape is sent to the next person, Clay returns to school and returns to his classmate Sky Miller, whom he suspects also committed suicide. When Clay reaches Sky, marks the end of the novel. Emily in Paris. This is an American comedy drama TV series which was created by Darren Star and premiered on 2nd October 2020 on Netflix. The series is based on an American girl, Emily. Lily Collins plays a lead role as Emily Cooper, who travels to Paris and provides an American perspective to the French marketing firm Savoy. There, while searching for love and her boring and mundane Midwestern US culture, struggles to succeed in the workplace while experiencing conflict with upbringing. This famous series stars Ashley Park, Philippine Leroy Beaulieu, Lucas Bravo, Samuel Arnold, Camille Razat, and Bruno Gurri. True Story. An American drama limited series, True Story is created by Eric Newman and directed by Stephen Williams and Hanel Culpepper for Netflix. This Kevin Hart's Netflix series is based on a comedian's real life. For a famous comic, a tour stop is a life and death affair when he threatened to destroy everything he built in one night with his brother. The miniseries premiered on November 24th, 2021 and consists of 7 episodes on Netflix. Squid Game. Let's come to the South Korean survival drama series Squid Game, which is created by Hwang Dong-hyuk for Netflix. The original story of the Squid Game rotates around 456 indebted people of different ages and strata of society. They take part in 6 rounds of various children's games to win big money. For that, they come together in an unknown camp, but they don't know that they will lose their lives if they lose a single game. The show sheds light on South Korea's economic struggles and class divisions, with 8 characters playing key roles include Lee Jung-jae, Park Hae-soo, Lee Ha-jun, Ho Yeon-jung, Oh Young-soo, Ho Sung-tae, Anupam Tripathi, and Kim Joo-ryong. Sex education. British comedy drama television series Sex Education is created by Laurie Nunn for Netflix. The series revolves around the lives of students, staff, and parents at the fictional Moordale Secondary School. They all deal with a variety of personal dilemmas and often sexual intimacy. This TV series includes stars Asa Butterfield, Gillian Anderson, Nkuti Gatwa, Emma Mackey, Connor Swindles, Kedar Williams Sterling, Alistair Petrie, Mimi Keane, and Amy Lou Wood. The series has been a hit with more than 40 million viewers since its debut. Lupin is an entertaining French drama series and it's created by George Kay and Francois Ozon for Netflix. This 10-episode series debuted on Netflix on January 8, 2021. The first 5 episodes were released in January 2021 and the remaining parts on 11th June 2021. The story is about a professional thief, Hassan Diop, the only son of an immigrant from Senegal who came to France to find a better life for his child. Hassan's father has been convicted by his owner Hubert Pellegrini of stealing an expensive diamond necklace, and Hassan, a teenager, is left in an orphanage with the shame of leaving an orphan. 25 years later, inspired by a book about the gentleman thief, Arsène Lupin given to him by his father on his birthday, Pellegrini set out to exact revenge on the family. Hubert was exposed for his charisma and theft, subterfuge, and disguise. That's all for now, guys, from our side. We hope you loved our list and we got you into finalizing at least one of the series or movies from the list, which you can start watching right now. Here are some more things you can do before watching just to make sure the selected thing is good enough for you. First is to go right away on IMDb and check for ratings. Alternatively, you can check Rotten Tomatoes and check for critic and user reviews. Once you're confident with what you've read on those sites, just move on to Netflix and start watching. Thank you for watching and see you!